So to start, we're gonna come to our backs. So just lay down in Shavasana, whatever is most comfortable for you. You can have your back flat on the ground, your legs out long, or you can, if it's comfortable, to open the hips, Supta Baddha Konasana, which is reclined butterfly. So your soles of your feet to touch your knees out wide. But wherever you are, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Find a nice closing of your eyes. Allow for yourself to tune into this space. Acknowledge the fact that these four corners of your mat are going to be your safe spot for the next 60 minutes. Find a deep breath in, fill up your stomach. Then exhale out the mouth. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Come back into your normal breath. Making awareness in the body, doing a full body scan, coming up from the crown of the head, down through the face, relaxing the eyebrows, the temples, corners of your mouth, your jaw, removing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your shoulders up and down, maybe picking them up and placing them back down beneath you. Letting your feet come out wide towards the corners of your mat. And then whichever hand is most dominant, place it on either the heart space or the belly space to send extra love towards your heart or towards your gut intuition. Today, the focus of our meditation, it's also World Meditation Day, so this is fantastic, is when cut in two. The worm is one of the only creatures that grows from being cut. Mysteriously, if you cut a worm in two, each cut half becomes whole, and you have two worms. What is it in how the worm lives that allows to grow from its pain, and how might we translate that to being human? Well, without looking too far, the worm is completely in touch with the earth. In fact, it eats the earth, it lives in the soil, it's inside and out. Perhaps the secret to growing from our wounds is to live close to the earth, to live with our hearts and minds and bellies, always in touch, both inside and out, with that which is larger than we are. Perhaps when cut in two, it is a life of humility, of risking to be one with the soil of our experience that allows us to heal into something entirely new. Inhale deeply, bring the universal air to this raw and tender place. As you inhale thoroughly, let the elements infuse your wounds with atoms of a new beginning. Find a deep inhale and exhale. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers. And then reach your arms up and overhead. Find a good morning stretch. Make yourself as long as possible. Now, as if you were making the form of a banana, try to bring your bases of your hands towards the top right side of your space, as well as your feet towards the bottom right corner of your mat. Allow for your back to be completely on the mat below you, and then take your breath and send it into your left side body. keeping the eyes closed. Inhale, come back through center. And then exhale over to the other side, placing the feet and the hands in the top and the bottom corners of your space. Allowing for your back to be heavy on the ground below. Taking your breath, filling up your right side body. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, come back through to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Grab a hold of the knees and then rock from side to side. Maybe in one circle and then another. Finally, bring the knees close into the chest and then over towards the right side of your space for supine twist. Allow for your shoulders to stay heavy on the earth. Let gravity do its work by bringing the knees closer towards the ground below you. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale over to the other side. Inhale, come back through to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock and roll the length of your spine. Take a couple of times to get up into a seat, allowing for the muscles along the spinal cord to be tenderized and massaged. And then once you get there, come into a flat tabletop. So stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. And as you inhale, shine through the chest, rise through the tailbone and through the crown of the head for cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round through the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest, angry cat. Inhale, flip the tailbone up to the sky, sink down through the belly, shine through the chest, rise through the crown of the head, cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round through the spine, broaden through the shoulder blades, and lastly, drag the head down, angry cat. Move through cat-cow, allowing for you to warm up your spine, maybe inviting in any other organic movements, such as snaking your hips from side to side. Barrel rolling your chest in one direction and then the other. Coming to and from child's pose. Whatever might be tickling your fancy this evening. The beautiful thing about cat-cow is that we get the opportunity to connect our breath to our movement as we move between these two poses. It's a great opportunity to warm up our core before we start our asana or physical practice today. So allow for this to be an aid to you to possibly set how you're wanting to practice. Finding that connection of your breath to your body. Beautiful. And once you feel complete, come into a flat tabletop. As you inhale, rise your right arm up to the sky for opening up the heart space. And then exhale, thread the needle, plant the hand and the shoulder down onto the earth, the right side of your cheek onto the earth as well. You can keep your left hand by your face, or you can walk your fingertips up towards the top of your mat. You can take that arm and find a bind at the small of your back. You're also welcome to extend the leg out long if you want to find a little bit more intensity. Wherever you are, envision bringing your hips back in space and ever so slightly over to the right, accentuating the twist in the thoracic spine. Start to bring your hand back down to where it was, mirror the face. And then as you inhale, shine your right arm up to the sky and a counter twist. Now plant your hands back down onto the earth. Inhale, send the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Plant the shoulder onto the earth, the left cheek onto the earth. Find that same expansion on this side, maybe walking the fingertips out long. Finding that bind, tucking behind the small back, or possibly reaching the foot out to the side. Wherever you are, find a deep breath in. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Bring the hips back and spacing over to the left. Start to walk your fingertips back towards where they were. Then as you inhale, shine the left arm up to the sky, counter twist. And exhale, plant the hand back down onto the earth. Take one more cat-cow, evening out through the spine. And then when you feel ready, tuck your toes and send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. This could be your first down dog of the day. So you start pedaling out through your knees, opening up the backs of the legs into the hamstrings. Press down through the L's of your fingers, your pointer finger and your thumb, and then rotate the pits of your elbows towards the front of your space. Send your gaze between the two big toes behind you, and then allow for your chest to close its space towards your thighs, so you're able to find your head in line with the arms. Beautiful. Inhale, send the right leg up high to the sky, heel leading, toes facing towards the ground. Exhale, bring your heel in towards your glute, and then stack the hips, send the right knee towards the sky. Bring the right armpit down in space, and find that nice elongated side body. Inhale, three-legged dog, press back and up through that top leg. Then exhale, low lunge at the top of your space. Plant foot in between your hands. Soften your back knee down to the earth, untuck your toes, and then toe heel your front foot towards the top right side of your mat. Place both hands to the inside of your space. And then as you inhale, shine through your chest for lizard. We'll be here for a few breaths, opening up the IT band, the inside of the thigh, and into the left hip flexor. Maybe rock from side to side. Take a big breath in. Exhale, half splits. Find a straightening in your front leg and then send your toes up to the sky. You can keep your hands where they're at, or you can possibly start to move them back towards your body. Maybe windshield wiper your foot from side to side. As you inhale, find length through the crown of the head. Then as you exhale, start to close the space between your thighs and your chest. Start to walk your fingertips out towards in front of you, towards where they were. Find a tent in your fingers so that you can place a mini cupcake underneath the palms of your hands and you won't be able to squish it. And then as you inhale, come through lizard, just as we were before. Find that bend in that front knee. And as you exhale, straighten through the leg, half splits. Inhale, lizard, come back through, shine through the chest. Exhale, half splits. One more time, inhale, come back through. And exhale, half splits. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, send the front foot back, downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out through your knees so you can sense a difference in between the legs now that we're starting to open up the right side. As you inhale, send the left leg up high to the sky, heels leading, toes facing the ground. Now take a bend in your knee, stack the hips, and the left knee up towards the sky. Bring the left armpit down in space. Now as you inhale, re-straighten that top leg. Exhale, low lunge at the top of your space. Soften the back knee down towards the earth. Untuck the toes. And as you inhale, bring your foot toward the outside edge of your mat. Place both hands towards the inside and shine through the chest for lizard. You rock from side to side, getting into the insides of the hips. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, straighten through that front leg. Send the toes up to the sky for half splits. As we did on the other side, you're welcome to keep your hands out long, or you can bring them closer towards your body. And as you inhale, shine through the chest, rise up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, start to close the space between your chest and your thigh. With every inhale, envision a string being pulled out through the crown of your head, making your spine long. And then as you exhale, sinking closer down towards the earth. Take one more breath in. And a breath out. Reach your hands out long towards the front of your space. Find that tension in your fingertips. And then as you inhale, come back through lizard pose. Exhale, straighten, half splits. Inhale, lizard. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, lizard. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, lizard, tuck the back toes. Plant both hands onto the earth and come into downward facing dog. Take a look at the top of your space. Come to your tippy toes, and then by using tiny steps, come all the way up to the top of your mat. We'll set up for ragdoll. So grab for opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy. Take a generous bend into your knees so that your bellies rest on your thigh. You can sway from side to side. Let your head go. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head clockwise and counterclockwise. Releasing all tension in the neck. Release your arms and then slowly, by stacking one vertebra on top of one another, come into standing with your eyes closed and your hands over your heart. Maybe palms facing towards your chest and lap on top of one another. The beautiful thing about yoga is that we not only get the opportunity to move our external bodies, but we get the opportunity to move our internal bodies as well. So here I invite for you to set your intention, your reason as to why you've shown up on your space today. We can focus on the meditation that we had read at the beginning of our practice, finding whenever we are hurt, connecting with the earth and allowing for that to keep us strong and build us from the inside out. So as you move through your practice today, I invite for you, especially since we'll be on the floor a lot, to connect with the earth, to be very mindful of what parts of your body are in contact with the mat, in contact with the earth below, and then use that energy, use that strength to be soaked up into the body to use. Find a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Find another deep breath in. This time, seal the lips, breathe out through the nose. Ignite the muscles in the back of your throat to create your Ujjayi pranayama. This is your ocean's breath. It allows for you to create heat internally as you move your body externally today, cooking you from the inside out. So if you ever find, as we move through the flow portion of our practice, that you're at a loss of finding a connection with this type of breath, you're more than welcome to take child's pose or downward facing dog, any sort of resting pose in order to find that connection and allow for it to carry you through class. Take another breath in. Exhale through the nose. Start to flutter your eyes open and then reach your arms up overhead, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plant the hands onto the shins, make the number 7 with your body. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back behind you. So you're in a low lunge. Soften your back knee down to the earth, untuck your toes. And then as you inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Find a breath in to lengthen. Exhale, sink into the hips. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Come to your tippy toes and then roll forward like a wave into a high plank. Now lower all the way down to the earth on your exhale with your elbows kissing the sides of your ribs like a tricep push-up. Untuck your toes and zip your legs up so much so that your knees come up off of the earth. Then using your back muscles, inhale, baby cobra, shine through the chest, Bhujangasana. Maybe float the fingertips. Can you stay for another breath in? And exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up and make your way into child's pose. Toes together to touch, knees out wide, forehead rested down onto the earth, arms reached out long. Find a breath in and exhale. Inhale, start to make your way up onto your hands. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot to meet your right at the top of your space for a forward fold. Yeah. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the left foot back. Low lunge. Soften the back knee down to the earth, untuck the toes, lift up, Anjaneyasana, rise up. Stay for an exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Come to your tippy toes, roll forward like a wave, high plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the earth with your elbows kissing the sides of your ribs like a tricep push-up. Untuck your toes and zip your legs up so much so your knees come up off of the earth. And then inhale, baby cobra. Maybe float the hands. Stay for another breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, start to transition into a child's pose on your exhale. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, start to come back up onto your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left leg up high. Exhale, low lunge at the top of your space. Inhale, bring the right foot to meet. And then halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. That's a moon salutation. So as we have the difference between our Surya Namaskar A, our sun salutation A, or our moon salutations. Typically, the sun salutation is to build heat. The moon salutation is to cool down. So we'll move through our moon salutation once more, come into our sun A, and then back into our moon salutation, and that will be our flow portion of our class. So we'll move through this one more time. So as you inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, low lunge. Soften the back knee down. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up to transition. And then exhale, child's pose. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, come back through to transition. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Have your left foot meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the left foot back. Soften the back knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, rise up. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the toes down, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up onto the hands. Exhale, child's pose. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, come back up onto the hands. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, send the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Have your right foot meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes, find a breath in. Exhale, connect back to that intention. Start to flutter the eyes open. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, high plank this time. Shift to the tips of your toes, send the shoulders over your wrist creases. And then exhale, lower down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Look to the tops of the toes, shine through the chest, straighten through the arms. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale. You're always welcome to go down to the belly and into baby cobra as we move through our chaturangas, or skip them all together. Inhale, look to the top of your space, come to your tippy toes, find a bend into your knees, and then travel to the top of your mat, step or hop. Yeah. Inhale, halfway lift. Good job, Nick. Exhale, fold. Nice, Adam. Inhale, root to rise up, shine up overhead. Exhale, fold right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Make the number 7, reset the spine. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Shift shoulders over wrists and then lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra should you choose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your space. Come to your tippy toes. Bend in the knees. Travel up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Step or float back if possible. Lower down halfway or all the way should you choose. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. We'll move back on to our moon salutations, making note in the differences of how the moon salutation breaks down the poses of the sun A in a different way to cool you down. So inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, travel up to the top of your mat. Nice, Kels. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, low lunge. Soften the back knee down. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Come to the tips of your toes, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the earth. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale to transition. Exhale, child's pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale to transition. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Have the left meet the right at the top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back. Soften the back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down to the earth. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale to transition. Exhale, down dog. Nice, Laurel. Savor a breath in. Exhale. Inhale to transition. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Have the right foot meet, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Find a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Take a body scan. Acknowledge how your body feels after that bit of movement today. Start to flutter the eyes open. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up high, strong and straight, heel to the sky, toes towards the ground. Now bend the knee, stack the hip once more. Bring the right shoulder down in space. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale, right knee to right wrist for half pigeon. Once you find that connection, you maybe walk your left foot back a little bit. But once you are here, take a tent in your fingertips, just as we did at the beginning of practice. Inhale, shine through the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Going with the breath, inhale, press back up. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, press up. And then exhale, take your sleeping pigeon. You can drop down onto your forearms. Take maybe that blanket or the pillow and use it as a pillow for your forehead. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side, starting to lubricate and open up that right hip joint. I always like to say that our hips typically don't like to open a lot of times. So giving them a bit of patience as we're starting to open them up is always advised. I like to envision a nice cooling rush of water that comes through and clears out any tension or any stagnant energy that may be held in the hips. It's also near your most emotional organ and system, your reproductive system. So if you are trying to open up your hips and some feelings or things come up, it's completely normal. Just find your breath and allow for you to let it go, utilizing that tool. Start to come back up onto your hands and then just saddle off onto your right hip. Take your left leg and bring it up and around for figure four. So your right knee is already bent. Your left leg is just allowing for you to place the sole of your right foot onto the inside of your left thigh. Maybe remove the goodness from your booty. Take a breath and rise your arms up overhead. And then twist your body as far as it can go towards the left side. Now reach as far forward as you can with as flat of a back as possible. Once you feel like you can't reach anymore, rest your hands down at the sides of your feet. Don't try to reach for the foot because that allows for you to bend into the back, which is what for this particular stretch is what we're trying to avoid. So just see what happens if you don't try to reach for something. You just allow the strength of your hamstring and your core to possibly work to help stretch the hamstring as well. Find a deep breath in. Now this time round through the back and just notice the difference in how that feels between those two. Find your breath. Send it into any place that might be talking. Inhale, slowly start to walk yourself back up. And then extend your right leg out long for a full straddle. Here is where it can be helpful for you to grab maybe your block or your pillow, depending on the size. If it's the big circle animal pillow, that's perfect. But we're gonna be here for quite a few breaths, probably about 10 to 12. So it's gonna really open up the insides of the thighs. And so instead of just coming straight down, if this is too intense as while you're holding it, you're welcome to maybe move in the V so that it's not as intense. And then utilize the pillow to maybe place your head on as a resting pose, a resting assist, if you will. Yeah, nice, Laurel, perfect. Nick, just try your best. Nice, Adam. During times like these where I'm in these poses that are very challenging, not only mentally, but physically, I like to come back to the one tool that we're able to utilize, which is our breath, especially in yoga. Assisted breathing and controlled breathing allows for you, it means that you're able to, if you're able to control your breath, you're able to control your body, you're able to control your mind. So if you find any sort of pain, definitely try something different. But if you find that you're here and you're at your edge in yoga, that means that the pose is starting. So just send your breath and trust in the body, trust in the process. Start to gently make your way back up onto your hands. Bring, maybe with some assistance, pulling into the backs of the knees, rise them up, bring them into your chest, maybe start to pat them on the floor, opening up, getting some blood flow back into the legs. Plant both hands at the top of your space and make your way into downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left leg up high. Exhale, bend the knee, stack the hip. Bring the left shoulder down in space. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon, send the left knee to the left wrist. Maybe start to walk your left foot back in space, trying to bring your hips, your pelvis down towards the earth. And then take a tent in your fingers, reach out a little bit in front of you. And as you inhale, shine through the chest. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise through the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. Drop down onto your forearms. Come back to maybe using that pillow as a pillow for your skull. Maybe you take two fists and you place them on top of one another and utilize that. Maybe you take your elbows out wide to get more weight onto the leg, maybe deepening the stretch if that's what you're needing. To find more stretch in this pose, the further your foot is in to be parallel with the knee, the more of a stretch you'll find. Wherever you are, find a breath in. Exhale, get heavy. Sink down. Come back to the breath. Allow for it to be an aid to your practice. Gently start to make your way up onto your hands. And then the same as we did on the other side, just sink onto that left hip and then bring the right leg up and out for figure four. Once you find yourself here, maybe remove the goodness from underneath your booty, your sit bones. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Twist the body so much towards the right, as much as you can. And then use that flat back, that strength to reach forward towards your toes while closing the space between your chest and your thighs. Yeah. Then once you feel like you can't go anymore, you rest your arms down at the sides of your leg. Try to keep that flat back. Nice, Tani. Take a breath in. Now round through the back. Try to connect the chin towards the chest, maybe the forehead towards the leg. Play the variation of maybe pointing or flexing your feet. If your heel allows, sometimes that aggravates the leg, the heel, but you're welcome to try that out. And just make note, I love these kind of stretches, these yin stretches, because you can make such subtle changes in these poses that completely opens up another part of this stretch that you never knew existed. Gently start to make your way back up onto your hands. And then this time, take both the soles of your feet together for Sutta, which is butterfly. Sorry, I blanked for a second. So you have, we're gonna be doing two variations of this pose. So to start, we're gonna bring our heels close towards our pelvis, towards our pelvic floor. And then as we inhale, we can maybe press down on the knees if you need that little bit of extra assistance. And then as you exhale, start to bring your chest down towards the ground. Maybe grab onto your feet for assistance, but still try to keep your sit bones connected with the earth. You maybe reach your arms out long, maybe place your forehead or your forearms down on the earth, and then use that to maybe press your hips back in space while still trying to connect the space between your chest and the earth. You maybe take that block or pillow and maybe place it on your forehead, find a little bit of comfort. Now inhale, rise back up, and then take the feet out long. So not the longer, the further away the diamond, the further away the feet are, the more intense the stretch is going to be. So it's going to be targeting your outsides of your glutes, and your IT band, and the outsides of your quads. So as you move through here, you can take your breath in and shine through the chest. And then once you feel ready, you can start to round into the back and maybe start to bring the forehead towards the toes. Any hip openings or hip stretches, always calls for a little extra aid with the breath. Maybe start to close your eyes. Inhale, start to make your way back up onto your hands. Release your legs so that they're out long in front of you. Maybe take a couple of wiggles in the knees, getting the blood flow back into the legs. Remove that goodness that may have gotten back underneath your booty. We'll move through a forward fold. So as you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Envision someone's pulling a string up through the crown of your head so that your spine becomes long and straight. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, reach forward, flat back. Reach towards the toes. And once you feel like you can't reach anymore, just as we did before, rest the arms at the sides of the legs. Keep your legs straight for this round. Try to keep as minimal of a bend as you can in your knees. And if you're up here, that's great. If you're down here, that's great. You're gonna try to keep a flat back as much as you can. Take a breath in. Exhale, tuck the chin in. Start to round into the back, keeping the legs straight. Now try to bend into the knees. Maybe grab for the feet if possible. If you can't grab your feet, grab maybe for the backs of your shins into your calves. But once you find a connection here, try to bend the knees and then target that stretch into your low back. Start to release your hands. Maybe start to wiggle your feet. And then reach your arms out long in front of you. Slowly start to lower yourself down onto your back. Here's where we're gonna take our block or our book or our pillow, something along those lines. We're gonna stamp both feet into the earth. And then take your hands at the sides, at your sides, so you're able to brush the heels of your feet. Using your glutes and your hamstrings. Inhale, bridge pose. So rise the hips up to the sky. Now take that block, place it underneath at whichever height is best for you, block or pillow, and put it right at the base of your tailbone. So if it's on your butt, it's too far. If it's on your back, it's too far. It's right at that nice sweet spot at the base of your tailbone. And now once you find yourself here, you can release your hands. You can gently start to close your eyes. Just allow for this nice supported back bend, heart opener to take place. If you're wanting a bit more intensity, you can take your right leg, roll onto the knife edge of your right foot so your knee is out wide, and then take your right foot, tuck it underneath the left, and grab for your right toes with your left hand. It's called cat catching its tail. This is this variation. So your right knee is out wide, your glutes are relaxed if possible, and then tucking the foot underneath, grabbing for it with the left hand. If you have this variation, start to make your way back through center. And then switch over onto the other side. Let the left leg come out long. And then take the left foot underneath and grab for those toes with your right hand. Make sure your right foot is flat onto the earth. If you're in the variation, start to bring both soles of your feet back down onto the earth. Start to press into the feet, lifting up the hips, and then removing the block from underneath you. If you would like to stay in that pose, you're welcome to keep there until we move into Shavasana. We have a few more poses to get us there, but just know that that's always available for you. Inhale, extend your left leg long, bring your right foot to at a 90-degree angle, your right knee at a 90-degree angle, and then reach for the outside knife side edges of your right foot for a half happy baby. So the left side is long, your right foot is flexed, right knee is at a 90-degree angle, and then reaching from the inside of your right leg, you grab for the outer knife side edge of your right foot. You can maybe straighten your foot, straighten your leg, getting into your hamstring. Maybe rock from side to side. But actively press down with the hand and then press up with the foot. That allows for you to find that extra stretch. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, cross that leg over the body for supine twist. So your right leg is crossing over towards the left side of your space. You can maybe shimmy your hips so that they're stacked on top of one another, but allow for your shoulders to be concrete down onto the earth, just as we did at the beginning of practice. Let gravity do its work to try to bring the knee closer towards the earth. Inhale, come back through center. Bring both knees into your chest. Maybe rock your knees from side to side, and clockwise and counterclockwise. Then extend the right leg long. Find a 90-degree bend in your left knee. Flex in your left foot. Reach to the inside of your left leg for the outer knife side edge of your left foot for happy baby. Half happy baby. Find that generous flex in your left foot. Actively pull down with that hand and up with the foot. Maybe straighten through the leg, getting into the hamstring. Maybe just rocking from side to side. Nice. Nice, you guys. Now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, cross your left leg over your body for supine twist. Keep your shoulders concrete. Maybe shift your hips over to the left a little bit, stacking the hips on top of one another. Maybe focusing your gaze towards the left side. Inhale, come back through to center. Start to rock and roll the length of your spine, coming up into a seat. You can take as many rocks as you'd like. Here we're gonna grab our blankets that we have. And then we'll want it to be as thick as our back. So you want it to be at least about this thick. So for me, I can take this and roll it, so fold in it like this, and then roll it up so that it is, oops, level. Perfect. Perfect. Roll it as best as you can. I feel so weird looking at you guys from my phone. This is good. All right, Tani, you are all set. Okay, cool. Awesome. We lost my mom, but she's okay. She'll come back. So what we're going to do with this, as we move into our final resting poses, we have a few that are leading up to it. So you'll want to place this at this area of your back. So at the like midsection of your back, just underneath your armpits, behind the chest. And then we're gonna lay back and allow for our head to touch the ground, our arms out long, maybe adjust it a little bit, but we wanna use this as a bit of a heart opener. So even though we are just using this small blanket, it just allows for our heart to open, our chest to be exposed, allow for us to breathe into our front body. You can maybe start to close your eyes. As we move into our final pose tonight, you can keep your blanket here, or you can push it up so that it's at the base of your skull to be used as a pillow. Or you're welcome to take it underneath the knees as a bit of added support in the legs. Wherever you are, find a deep breath in. And exhale, Shavasana. And as we move into our Shavasana, we'll find a nice, bright, beautiful light that's starting at the tip of our head, the crown of our head. It's a nice light orb that's glowing, whichever color you would like. Feel its warmth on the tip of your head. And now move that light towards the middle of your forehead, towards your third eye center, around the space between your brow. Move the light back up onto the crown of the head, and then back down to the base of the skull. Envisioning any healing or clearing as it moves through your body. Envision bringing the light towards the right side of your jaw, just underneath your earlobe. Bring it back up to your third eye center. And then over towards the left side of your jaw, just under your left earlobe. Bring it back up to your third eye center. And down into the throat. Bring it over to your right shoulder. Down to your right elbow. Down to your right wrist. To your thumb. To your pointer finger. To your middle finger. To your ring finger. To your pinky finger. To your palm. Feel your whole right arm relaxed. Now bring that light back up to your throat and over to the left shoulder. Down to the left elbow, to the left wrist, to the left thumb, the left middle finger, the left index finger, the left ring finger, left pinky finger, the left palm. Feel the whole left arm relaxed. Bring that light back up to your throat and send it down into your heart space. Allow for it to grow, filling up your chest. And bring it down to the belly. Allow for its expansion to fill the front and the back part of your torso. Feeling the nice warmth, the sensation, this big orb is healing as it moves. Now bring the light down to your pelvis, and over to your right hip. Bring it down to the knee, to the right ankle, the right big toe, second toe, middle toe, ring toe, the pinky toe, the sole of your foot. Feel your whole right side relaxed. Bring that light back up into the pelvis and over to the left hip. Bring it down to the left knee, to the left ankle, to the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, the pinky toe, the sole of your left foot. Feel your whole left side relaxed. Now bring that light back up to your crown of your head. Feel it grow. Feel it expand in space. Feel its light intensify. And allow for it to fully engulf your whole body. Allow for any light that may need to be sent to other parts of the body that may need a bit more healing, to let it do so. Sit here with this sensation, with this feeling, this warmth. And just know that this light is always here for you. It's always available. Start to deepen your breath. Feeling the rising and the falling of your chest. Sweetly turn your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Run your thumb across each one of your finger pads. Reach your arms up overhead. Find a good morning stretch. Make yourself as long as possible from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Roll over onto your right side. Using your arm as a pillow. Fetal pose allows for rebirth after we finish our practice in Shavasana, corpse pose. Fetal pose allows for you to take what you've moved for, what you've breathed for your intention, for finding connection with the earth that allows for your split healing to be applied into your everyday life. Gently start to make your way up into a seat with your eyes closed, your hands to your heart center, your Anjali Mudra. We'll seal our practice with one breath together as if we have one lung. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your thumbs up towards your third eye center, the space between your brow, your center of wisdom. The light and the love in me honors and adores the light and the love in each of you. With gratitude, I bow forward. Namaste. Thanks, you guys.